Hey everyone again, so in today's video, we're going to go through Polycycloalkanes nomenclature. So first we have here some examples that we want to go through. So the first example, it's this one, and when naming polycycloalkanes, actually what are polycycloalkanes? Polycycloalkanes are basically cycloalkanes that are binded together. So here is when the first step comes. We have to actually determine and identify the different bridgehead carbons that are combining those cycloalkanes together. So which are going to be our bridgehead carbons in our first example? They're going to be this one right here and this one right here, since those are the ones that are combining the cycloalkanes together. And actually we have to see that the different rings have different sizes, and if we go through this way, we're gonna end up with 1, 2, and 3 with a total of 3 carbons. And if we go this other way, we're gonna have a total of 1, 2 carbons, and here in the top we're gonna have a single carbon. So what does that is important? This is important because when naming them, it's gonna actually be Bicyclo, because there is 2 cycloalkanes, and we have to put in a square brackets the 3 in descendant order, the 3, the 2, and the 1. It's going to be 3.2.1, and the total of carbon is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be octane. So moving on our next example, we're gonna have here or bridgehead carbons 1 and 2, and it is important to remember, guys, that when naming polycycloalkanes, we also have to go when numbering them. We're also gonna go through the biggest to the biggest ring, and also we're gonna go to the side in which the substituents or radicals or the double of triple bonds are gonna have the lowest numbers. So in this case, how are we gonna do that? We're going to do that by going this way, not this way, but this way, because here is the biggest ring. So if we go this way, we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 5, 6, and 7. So by naming it really fast, at the end we're gonna end up with Bicyclo 3, because here's 3 here, 0.2 here, and 0.0, because there is 0 in the middle. So we're gonna have it here, and now as we have a double bond right here, it's gonna be apt slash, sorry, we're gonna get this here. It's gonna be apt slash 2, since the double bond is in the carbon number 2, in. So moving on, we have this more complex example. You can actually go ahead and try this one. You can pause the video and try this one. But how are we gonna name this one? Well, let's just start by again identifying the bridgehead carbons, and we can also see that if we go through this side, we're gonna have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, and going this side, we're gonna have a total of 1, 2, and 3 carbons. So let's go ahead and name it. It's gonna be again a Bicyclo. Sorry. It's gonna be again a Bicyclo 4.3.0, and as we have 4, 7, and 2 carbons, 2 bridgehead carbons, it's gonna be in total 9. It's gonna be in name. Again, and how are we gonna name this radicals right here? Well, we're gonna do that by actually counting through the biggest side. So should we go this way or this way? Actually, this way, right? Because this one is the one that has 4 as the biggest ring. So should we go now this way or this way? We obviously need to go this way right here, because here is when, if we name 1 and 2, if we number 1 and 2, or Bromo, it's gonna be 2 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and clean these up. By naming this way, we're gonna end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we're gonna have here a 2 bromo and here an 8 chloro. And as we should always name in alphabetical order, the B comes before the C. So at the end, the compound will be a 2 bromo, 8 chloro, sorry, there's an H here too, H chloro, Bicyclo, 4.3.0, no name. So that way, guys, it's gonna be how you're gonna name bicyclic compounds. Now, moving on, we're gonna have also Spyros, as I like to call them, Spyros. And Spyros are when there's just a single bridgehead carbon. So an example is gonna be, so if we identify here, there's just one bridgehead carbon right here. So at the end, if we start counting, always remember from to the biggest ring. Let's say, for example, we can count 1. Actually, we're gonna put like some substituents here, like for example, a chloro and another bromo this side. So at the end, it would be 1. Remember, always this way, not this way, because in this way, this one's gonna have the lowest number. So it's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're gonna see that we have a 3 chloro here and also a 9 bromo here. But starting from the beginning, we're gonna actually name this one as Spyro, since it's not the Bicyclo, and we're gonna actually put then the sizes of the both of the rings. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be 6, and here we have 1, 2, 3, so it's gonna be a Spyro, square bracket 6.3, and obviously and as we have 10, it's gonna be a decane. And if we name our radicals right here, we're gonna end up with also a 9 bromo, 3 chloro, Spyro 6.3 decane. Always remembering the B comes before the C, so that's why we put the bromo first.